Second thing that I'd lift up to you today, don't put a period where God put a comma. And I see this almost every day in life. There are things that happen to us, and we want to put a period and say, well, that's the end of the story, period. Don't put a period where God put a comma. Let me tell you what I'm talking about in our scriptures in verse 8 and 9. It says, we are afflicted in every way. And so we think we're afflicted, period. We are persecuted, period. We are perplexed, period. I got those backwards. Perplexed, we're persecuted, period. We are struck down, period. And we think that's the story. We think that's the story of our lives. We think that's just how it goes. We face adversity, we hit a wall, we lose our dream, something terrible happens to us, and we think life is over. It will never be full, it will never be filled, it will never be good again. It's over, period. But I want you to read the scripture, how Paul wrote it. We are afflicted in every way, comma, but not crushed. We are perplexed, not period, but comma, but not driven to despair. We are persecuted, comma, but we have not been forsaken. We've not been left alone. We are struck down, comma, but we are not destroyed. We are not destroyed. You know, Easter is God's comma on history. Easter is the ultimate comma because what happened? Jesus was crucified, and we want to put a period there. The world wanted to put a period there. End of story. And if that were true, Jesus would have been remembered as a very wise teacher and a good man who went about helping others. But what does the story tell us? Jesus was crucified, comma, but God raised him up. And when you feel like you've been crucified, when you feel like life has hit you hard, guess what God is doing? God is a God of resurrection. And the same God who raised up his son, Jesus Christ, is raising you up also. Not just after you die, but here and now. The same God who raised up his son, Jesus Christ, is raising you up and giving you new life. Don't put a period where God put a comma. You may know someone who needs to hear that story today. You may know it may be you today, but there may be someone in your life that has put a period where you know there should really be a comma, and you might need to share with them that good news.